Hi, I'm Dr. Gregory Sheehan. My patients know me as Greg or Dr. Greg. I'm the medical director and co-founder of Elevation Medical Aesthetics. Elevation Medical Aesthetics is a business built around the patient experience. From the minute you walk in the door, we want you to feel comfortable because we know that you can share some of your deepest, darkest secrets, some things that make you feel uncomfortable in your own skin. And our goal at the end of the day is to share the journey with you, to address these things, and to be a little bit more comfortable in your skin on a daily basis. Well, I'd tell you a couple of different things, but probably the thing most people don't know in the Northeast is that we can cure a hangover. Not only can we cure a hangover, there are things that really hit home with a lot of different patient groups who have trouble finding care that they need. And a group that immediately comes to mind are particularly teenagers with acne. Acne makes it almost impossible to get through a day at school or a night out at a concert or a sporting event. And there are just so many amazing treatments now in 2025 that can help with management of acne, with the scars that it leaves behind, and with the journey to get you through middle school, high school, or even just tonight. And that's probably one of the most important things that we do here, is to treat patients with acne. In the short 14 months we've been open at Elevation, a couple of awesome facts are that we've served over 800 patients so far, and many of them continue to see us on a regular basis. We've also created 7 jobs right here in Queensbury in our community, and we never thought that we would scale up so quickly and have that type of an impact. And just yesterday, discussing with our weight loss nurse Amber, she had tallied up the amount of pounds we've lost in our medical weight loss program, and we lost 1 ton, a whole 2,000 pounds, and have had an impact on over 100 patients in that arena. Let's see, a fun fact about me. So I'm not even sure why this is, but a lot of people that hear that one of my first jobs ever was I was the opening manager at McDonald's in North Greenbush, New York. And people, patients, friends, everybody finds that fascinating. And what was my favorite thing about my first job might follow. And my favorite thing about it was the first batch of French fries after we finished breakfast because they tasted like hash browns. What is the most important thing I've achieved? Well, I try to be a very humble person, and that makes that a tough one. But it makes me think immediately about my family, about my beautiful wife, Amy, and my 2 children, Mason and Callie. They're the light of my life. And I think it's amazing to be able to be a professional, but at the end of the day, to be a father and a husband, and the family is the most important thing in the world to me. And it's really only from their service and the things they give up as well that I can spend the time here at Elevation, or in my second role as an anesthesiologist and pain doc. It's only because of them that I can spend the amount of time that I need to really make it work in all the different arenas of life. So I'm thankful to them, and I think the best thing I've achieved is to have our family. Elevation started as a conversation between Laura, Amber, Amy, my wife. We dreamed of having a space and a place where we could take care of patients the way we wanted to be cared for when we went to see a medical professional. We discussed it for years, and over the course of that time, what we dreamt about was making a space where you could feel comfortable. And we joke around the office that you better book Greg's patience for an hour, because I just like to chat. I like to get to know a patient. I like to know what the concerns are. I like to answer questions and make you informed and educate. And I really feel at the end of the day, if you feel comfortable in a space and you understand what's going on, that your outcomes are just going to be that much greater. So when we conceived Elevation, it really took us years to kind of think about how to create just the right environment, to have the right amount of time to meet our goals here. A joke, let's see. What do you call a fake noodle? An impasta. I tend to connect with Gandhi quotes, and one that comes to mind, I might butcher it a little bit, is that if everybody took an eye for an eye, then the whole world would be blind. And I think the quote reminds me a lot about the importance of forgiveness and moving past things, issues, and not holding grudges for long periods of time. And I think that's why I like that quote. Throughout my life, growing up, my parents were excellent mentors and really helped me, get through school and stay on track, stay motivated. And then throughout medical education, you have many mentors, and it feels at times like everybody's giving you advice, but probably at the end of the day, the best simple piece of advice is just to stay true to yourself. Inside, I do believe that everybody is kind and everybody is nice, and that if you can remember that, at least a few times a day, when you're frustrated, when you're having a challenge, when the day's just too long or the stressors are too high, I think that staying true to yourself, being that kind person that's inside, take a deep breath, and treat everybody with that kindness. And for me, staying true to myself is remaining kind and internalizing some things, because not everybody needs to know how stressed out you are all the time or what's bothering you. And I think that's something that's great about Elevation, is the experience really is about you. And I want you to come here. I want you to feel that kindness that fills our space, and ultimately have an excellent journey with us.